Hiya guys, Buzzaby Popman here. Just doing a quick video on Hulk villain from Marvel Comics. Just having a chat about him because I've started a Hulk comic book that earlier, and I've enjoyed reading it so far. And why I think this villain is underrated, why I think he should be talked about more. Not just from comic readers. He's called the Leader. I think he's the best Hulk villain, and personally he's one of my favourite Marvel villains. Period. I think he's in my top 4 with the Green Goblin, Magneto and Doctor Doom. Then I'd say the Leader. Them 4 my favourite Marvel villains. I think the Hulk in general isn't massively underrated these days. At one point I would have said he was like, there's only 3 superheroes at one point that were more popular, and we all know who they are, obviously. The obvious: Superman, Batman and Spider-Man. That's just my opinion, but I think at one point Hulk was number 4, because before the MCU he was massive. He was blimmin', after Spider-Man, in my opinion, he was Marvel's second hero. Believe it or not, the original Marvel Trinity for the films was Spider-Man, Hulk and Wolverine. But obviously the likes of Iron Man, Captain America and Thor have surpassed Hulk popularity-wise. And I think it's a shame that, how the Hulk character's been betrayed recently. Just my opinion, but not the biggest fan of this Professor Hulk that we've had. It's not the Hulk I want. I know, sorry. 1 minute. What's wrong with me? I think that Professor Hulk, I know he's in the comics, but Banner and Hulk didn't, my voice again. Didn't develop to get to that point in the films yet. But anyways, back to the Leader. Why I like him, he's a villain that doesn't come up against Hulk like physically wanting to fight him, like Abomination, for example. He has he's smart. He's like, think of Lex Luthor for Superman. He's a bit like that, but for Hulk, finds Hulk's weaknesses. He has a brain, big green brain. He's very smart. He gets affected by gamma radiation just like Bruce does, but unlike Bruce turned into the Hulk, who's strong and bronze, he got a brain that made him clever and superpowers. He really good. Honestly, he's so underrated. My opinion, is Hulk's arch nemesis. I know he has other good villains like Abomination and Red Hulk and Thunderbolt Ross, who, spoiler alert, Thunderbolt Ross does become Red Hulk eventually. Sorry about that. If you've not read a Red Hulk comic and didn't know that they were the same person, I apologise, but I did say spoiler before I said, so I do apologise, but it's true. So yeah, anyways, the Leader, fantastic villain, massively underrated Marvel villain, and he's definitely Hulk's best one. He's my favourite. I think Hulk in general is underrated as anything these days. He used to get the popularity he deserved at one point, but not so much these days. But fingers crossed that they change that, the MCU. I would love to see... I know that the Leader's going to be in the new Captain America film, but what I've heard. Sorry if you didn't know that. Yeah. And I hope they don't kill him off in this Cap film, because come on, it's obvious. I want you to save the Leader to go up against the Hulk at some point, whether that be an Avengers film or Universal and Disney finally have an agreement where they can finally start doing solo Hulk films again, because that character has so much potential. All them great comic book stories, like, come on. Anyways, Buzzy pop man out. See you in a bit.